Hi, I'm Greg Denning. I live an extraordinary life, but it wasn't always like that. I grew up in a broken home. I was out on my own at a young age, literally in the streets, living in a horrible environment around people doing terrible things. I remember just this humdrum existence, just trying to survive, wondering what I was going to eat, where I was going to sleep. Sometimes just wondering, desperate and depressed, wondering, is this what life is? I mean, is this it? And then as I started studying voraciously how to be successful, how to create a great life, I went up and I started getting an education, and I'm still getting an education. And I started creating a life that was better, and I realized nothing will get better until I do. And so I started making my life better. I got to the point where my life had changed, and the real struggles and challenges and the ugliness of life was out of my life. I married an incredible woman. I went to the university and really enjoyed that experience. But I was reading voraciously outside of that. I was in great health. Exercising, mountain biking, running, doing triathlons. I had a great career that I really loved. That was fulfilling. Things were going really well, but I found that I'd fallen into the pattern, of social conditioning, of doing the things that others expected. And I came to this moment where I had to ask, are you really alive, or are you merely existing? And so I want to ask you that. Are you truly alive? Are you living life where you're super excited? Are you just existing? Is it a humdrum existence? Are you living the life you were born to live? Are you doing the things that you would love to do? Don't start throwing out excuses. Well, I have to do this, I have to do that. No, because other people in your same circumstances have done great things. I moved from where I was to where I am now. With my wife and our 6 children, we've traveled and lived in over 12 countries. We're living right now in beautiful Costa Rica. And we get to do work that we love, that we're passionate about. We're living a life that we love, a life that we've created, and one that's fulfilling for us. We feel alive, and there's more we want to do. It's not stopping. We want to do more things. Now, I'm not encouraging you to live my life, but I want you to live your life. Let's take it like a movie, right? Would you go out and watch a movie? Would you go to theaters and pay money to take your family to go watch a movie that is just a humdrum story? Just repeats the same thing over and over and over without any excitement, without anything great? Of course you wouldn't. Nobody wants that story, and you don't want to live that story. You want to be alive. So I challenge you to create your own story. Write your own story, one that you will look back on without regrets. One that you can confidently say throughout the whole time, yes, I really lived. I was alive. I did things that mattered, right? Because, like Viktor Frankl teaches us in Man's Search for Meaning, he said most people today, most of his patients, most of the problems, they live with a sense of meaninglessness. He says because they're not loving, they're not serving, and they're not actively engaged in something that really matters. Right? And it's not about just seeking pleasures. It's not about doing just what you want, because there's plenty of people out traveling, out doing stuff, and they're just seeking to do what they want, what they feel like doing, and they don't have any concern for anyone else. And Frankl says you have to transcend self. Right? You have to overcome yourself. You have to get past yourself to caring about others. And so I challenge you to get out and live a meaningful life. Be really, truly alive. If you find you're just doing the same thing over and over and just kind of a blah, if your major emotion, your predominant feeling most of the time is just blah or frustration or disappointment, then change. You're the author. You write your own story. Go out and create it. If you want to do something great, go do it. Don't make excuses. Don't give the obstacles more power. Outgrow them, overcome them. Learn what you need to learn. Do what you need to do. Become who you need to become. To write your own exciting story. To be an inspiration to others. To live in a manner that is just so exciting and so fulfilling. And you just say, man, I love my life, right? And if you can't say that right now, then change it. Create the life you love. You can do it. Now, I'll help you do it. Go to gregdenning.com, put in your name and email. I'm going to send you out trainings. I'm going to send you free products. I'm going to put posts and videos of how you can transform your life, how I did mine. I went from living in the streets and horrible, depressed and desperate to living a phenomenal life with my family, happy and fulfilled. I'll help you do that. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already for upcoming videos, and we'll walk you through. I'll take your hand and help you create a life you absolutely love. Reach up.